Okay, we're back. We've got two videos out on YouTube, and I'm not sure how this is going to work, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go out and show you the YouTube video editor. And I'll tell you in the interim here as I was uploading, like usual on YouTube, I got sidetracked. So that's a good and a bad thing, but they just added a add view later cue, which is cool. So what I got sidetracked to was something that fits right into the class. In all these classes, it was an indoor positioning talk at Google Talks. So there's a number of talks out on the internet, series of science talks. Google Talks is a great one. TED Talks is impeccable. Again, the learning does not stop. It actually gets richer sometimes in the break. So TED Talks, Google Talks, no more Mark Talks for a while. But I do have some, we'll have some links out though for those of you who want to kind of pursue SketchUp. So that said, there's two things I'm going to show you. The first is the video editor, which I've already showed you in class, and then I'm going to show you, probably more importantly, how you go about and add annotations. So I've got, you notice here, I got a 25-minute video because I've been putting so much out to YouTube. They rewarded me. YouTube keeps you at 15 minutes, and I'll try to continue to keep that. Though there are times when you're looking at technology, it's easy to spin out a little farther. I then also have a 36-second video, which is uploaded from SketchUp, which what you saw me kind of click out in the last video. So let me go and see how this works. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Video Editor, and you can see the interface and how it works. This is pretty sloggy and slow, so I'm going to pull this down, and you notice I've already got one in there. I must not have published this one, so I'm going to go Video Editor. I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Didn't have a title for it. I've got to give a title. Alright, so here's an example one. So that was when I started in class. Got two computers going here. Example 2. Alright, so I'm going to send that one up. And what that was is I pulled, I had pulled videos from my other YouTube videos. Now I'm going to take the time here real quick to let you know, those of you who are trying to suck video off the web, from another former student, YouTube Downloader HD seems to work pretty well to suck videos down. So I've kind of, a couple students are already using that if you're off the web. iTunes University is incredible good stuff. So you got to have iTunes. You know, you can avoid this stuff, not for long. I truly believe that. And, you know, I'm out there, but my expectation is you probably got to get some good skills to not suck off into the side world of this. Kind of go off to the physics and the science and not off to the skateboarding dogs too much, is what I see students doing often enough. Skateboarding dogs is physics too. All right, so save changes. So let's go and see if we can now do back to Sounds to Good, my videos, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how to put things together. So we'll try with Video Editor. Now Video Editor, it looks like it's starting blank, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that. You notice here the video editor for me, it's not allowing me to have that 25-minute video to edit. So that's kind of cool. Kind of like that. So I'm just going to pull this one down. I'm going to pull that one, and it's drag and drop much faster on this than it was on the computer on campus. And I'll just go ahead and pull another one since the one I just did is not available. And that is interesting to me that you can edit. They gave me longer minutes, but they don't let me do longer things here. And I'll go ahead and pull just another one in here. I think you just hit the plus here and it adds it. So I've got two. And let me see if I have any live action video there around. So I've got kind of a live action one there. You see I'm clicking on that, it'll kind of show. So the fact that you can layer things on are not bad. So I've got 3 videos there. I'll add one more, 4 videos there. So at some point it'll give me an error because I got too much. Now, so right now you're looking at your editing. This is essentially called storyboarding. And what you can do now, you have an option to actually rotate. So let me rotate this one. That should be pretty odd when it does. Well, let me rotate it. Sure, let me rotate it.
Just to see if it works.
Rotate it this way. Sure, that looks going to be, I'm going to save that. Why not? It's rotated. Now you won't see it here when it's rotated. But what you then want to look at more importantly is that you can edit these things down. So right here with this, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to do this slider. I'm going to pull this and this from there to there. I'm pulling these So I've got a starting and ending on my video. So I want to cut down just this much, and I'm going to hit save. And you notice it shortened it up. Why that's important, it doesn't preclude you from then pulling in that same video again, which I'm going to do, and putting it over here, and then editing out a different few seconds. So this is the basics of video editing that you'll see on any computer in like Movie Maker. I'm keeping you to open source here as you all have access to it. You don't necessarily all have access to Movie Maker. And so here I show you that last little bit where in fact right here I have shown you how you can change your video by doing scenes, I think, right in here. And it's showing you there, right there, I'm showing you some scene stuff. So I'm going to save that. You can do transitions finally. You do transitions by then going to the transition, I think, first, and then you drag and drop, or just, I think, go to here and then hit plus. It'll do it, it's what goes into it. I'll do the heart, and I'll do the diamond. Whoa, didn't want to do that. I'm going to stop that. So there's the one that's sideways. That's kind of cool. Hit that. It's playing. All right, so we'll see whether I can actually, on this screen, I might move around a little bit. I'm going to save that. So you got your transitions you can do. So you go to the video, then you go to the transition and hit plus. Not a bad interface, not so, but you gotta love the jack-o'-lantern. You can see what YouTube's gonna do with this stuff, man. They are gonna just hit save here. There's a road walkthrough. I'm gonna hit the jack-o'-lantern there. Hit that plus. We'll jack-o'-lantern in, and finally back to what we started with. Hitting save here. So the transition's not too bad. We'll do cross-fade on this last one. So I'm going to hit the plus here. All right, so that's how you get stuff in. At that point, you can add music or not, but I think you got to add the music. There's a lot of musicians being creative out there. This is one of the places they've got to get their stuff out, and you can fade it to the back. So let's see, you pick one out, sure, why not? Trinity Sound System. I have no idea what they are. That's what's odd about this. You can't necessarily know what you're putting in your music. So do check it after you put it out. There you go, only music or only original audio. You probably just want to put it one down below, only original audio. So you want to have it that you're going to have what you're saying below it, okay? Refresh the browse to start over. So you're going to refresh. The video was already published. I must have hit it already. Well, cool. So publish. So I'm going to browse. I'm going to call this my new edited video. And we're going to do this one more time. There's one step left for those who didn't put titles in or want to change titles and then put video links. This stuff is nutty, incredible. I cannot get that across to you, that there is power in doing, but then there's more power in collaborating. So learning to link out ideas to Khan Academy or to a skateboarding dog or to any number of places. What this, just YouTube itself and SketchUp together can enable incredible collaboration with minimal upfront development. When you really get going on it with a little bit of use of vectors and transformation matrices, which both involve, of course, the unit circle that is descended from the 24 time zone at 15 degrees each, or pi over 12. So those things will really be able to let you ramp up a lot farther than just clicking on things. So I'm going to save my changes here, and it is published. Now, let's see how quickly it got published. Pretty interesting. I'm doing this real time. So far, my newest video, it is being processed. So I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm going to actually pause this. I'm at 9 minutes. When I come back, what I'm going to do is just edit in a link or two, but more importantly, some annotations. And that's the kind of thing that you can actually enable others to do as well. That I have not, I've kind of backed off, believe it or not, on the technology this semester, as I let you get established in your Microsoft Office class and your math classes and all the other ones you've got, but realize that the world goes far beyond Microsoft Office. And it's a great product. I use it all the time. Excel is a really good product. Access is a large part of GIS. The thing I was just on, and I will link you out at the end of this to that, was about internal location. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause here, and then we'll come back in a minute and we'll put up some annotations. Okay, in the interim, I've kind of shown you what happens in the meantime while things are going. It's actually processing. So we'll come back here in a little bit. That's been about 5-10 minutes. You'll see the final two steps of this are going to be to actually edit some text on top and then actually to stick it out to let it do transcribing. Now I talk really fast, but it is actually interesting and fun to have everybody do that with your own to see what it does. It does give you something that you could edit and then put out and have it translated automatically. So let's go ahead and pause this. We'll wait for it to get processed. Okay, in the interest of my own time here, I'm going to go and show you how the video editing works on one of the ones we just put up. So I'm going to go here and in your own account, you go to that HT video here. Pretty simple, and what you have is the ability to edit annotations. Captions and subtitles are something else, so we're going to go to here, edit annotations. And here is where you've got just an incredibly powerful engine. So I'm going to hit stop there, and what you have is right here, add an annotation. They've moved this off to the side from in the past. Here's your choices: speech, note, title, spotlight, pauses. I've never done, so I'm going to try that one. Pause. What does pause do? You're going to pause an annotation for how long? I don't know. Pause from 0544. I'm going to go up a little bit. So it must be, you're going to pause. Oh, cool. That is 5 seconds, 0.054. Let me go back. That's 5 seconds. So we're going to pause from 4 seconds up to 6 seconds, and we'll see what that does. We don't want to go to the hours, I guess. We're going to go up to, and we'll go 4 to 10 seconds. So that's a new one. Once again, like I mentioned in a video, in an email, this has incredibly already gone kind of crazy nutty improvements since we started even a week ago. So I'm going to add just a speech bubble, a note, a title. So the title is kind of neat. It's new. It gives you ability to change color on your titles. So I'm going to put it, change where they are. You can move them around with clicks on top, and I'm just going to say, okay, I'll put SketchUp rocks before it becomes soil. All soil begins as rock. Rock is comprised of solids and voids. Voids are air and water unless you go near, and you got oil there. So there you go. We're going to go ahead and hit that. It looks like that will stay within the timing. So I'm going to go ahead and publish that annotation. That's the annotation that is a title. There are other annotations. You can put more than one on the screen at a time. So I'm coming down here. Let's say I can take my timeline here and move it down there. I'm to that point. Now I can add, perhaps add, not an annotation, add a note. That one looks like that. This is a note. Right? That's a note. There you go. In the note, you've got some different, don't know what it does with the note, color in, different fonts, kind of huge, different colors. One's color of the scroll, well, that's not good. One's color of the font, one is color of the background. Again, new additions from literally a week ago. Adding a link later on is where you post a link to another video. So I will try one of these here in the next video and let you know that's how you link directly to a minute in Professor Lewin's lecture, or in your buddy's lecture, or to a skateboarding dog. These links are on. It's also how you can build kind of interactivity into these things. So that's good. We're going to save and then we're going to publish. We'll do one more, and that is a speech bubble if you want to make your friends look silly. So Add annotation. This time we'll add an annotation. This time it's going to be a speech bubble. You have different ability to pull that around. So you can pull this. Okay, we're going to pull that around. And I can put, I'm stuck in the box. I am 3 feet down in the box, filled with dense soil, filled with dense sand. What is my pressure? What is the overburden? All right. Now, we'll see later whether HTML goes in here, but once again, save and publish. That's it. That's how you do editing. That thing is now there, and what that is most and best and wonderful for is you can allow, right? You can allow annotation by others. So I don't see that link here, but there is a link here that allows you to add annotation by others. So unless they've changed that, I would guess it is. So I'm going to view on the video page. We'll see whether this takes up. And let's see, SketchUp rocks before it becomes soil. There it is. Looks pretty good. Orange. It stops here. Huge. You may sense just me just going crazy sometimes. I'm telling you, this stuff is unbelievable for those of us who have kids who are in 3rd, 4th, 5th, or grandparents who are in their 3rd or 4th or 5th career, or students that are going to be one of each and dealing with others. So right here, it's going to switch the scenes. There it is. That's a bunch. That's more than you need to make something really cool and efficient. I'm around by email this weekend. My cell phone, if I can get it, I'll get it out to you. We can hook up computers this week at night. Not a big deal. And it's, if you've got ideas and you have no ability to edit them in, get them into notepad files. And then it's drag and drop is a lot easier if you got your text good. Thanks for listening. We'll push this one out and be done.